Hi everyone, we are talking about open houses today, which is the shortest chapter of the book, and I'm very excited that my publisher let me put this chapter in and they didn't seem to care, so that's good. But Sharon was just about to share her thoughts on this, so Sharon, take it away.
Okay, so I'm like you because you were just saying you don't like open houses. I'll do them and I'm okay with them for my listings. But I'm just not very good at even when following up. I'm not very good at converting from open houses. However, my husband is, and he sits. We don't actually have any listings of our own right now, but he has been sitting open house for a local builder. So, small scale, not the DR Horton or all those other big, huge companies, of which there are plenty in this area. Um, this is just a smaller local builder. I just pulling it out of my ear. I would imagine they build, I don't know, 20 or 30 houses a year, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and he has sat open house um, mostly every weekend. He takes breaks now and then for that builder, uh, whose wife used to be a Keller Williams agent. She's not anymore, but he's still sitting for them. So just about every weekend, except for these occasional breaks like holidays, sometimes he takes off. He sits every Saturday and Sunday, one of their houses that has been built and is not under contract yet. Um, and he is just very, very good at meeting people. Um, Obviously, they would need to be unrepresented already, and turning them into clients.
Wow.
It's a little less, he's a little less prolific right now because the market is just slower that way. Um, Buyers are taking longer to make decisions, and so they'll engage with him and then they'll kind of fall away. But he's just always been really good at it, and I'm envious of that. So it's all about finding your niche. If open houses is your niche, I know an agent that sits, if she has a listing, she'll just go and put a sign out and sit there every day sometimes. And she just does work from her open houses. So for those people who like it and it works for them, hey, more power to you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. That's really interesting. Different personality types, and everyone's very different. I'm with you. I'm not great at converting buyers from open houses, but that's also not why I do them. Like part of my lead gen plan. And I also want to note for everyone watching the recording, there are two chapters on open houses in this book. The first chapter we covered already. It was earlier in the book, it was in the lead gen section. And that's more focused on how to use open houses to meet potential buyers and sellers. This chapter, which is two sentences, is about how to manage doing them, managing your energy, but doing them as a function of a real estate transaction, like when you have a listing. Yes, you can outsource them, many people do. If you do them yourself, just take some time after and rest and recharge. For me, I prefer to do them on my listing myself if I can, if I don't have a scheduling conflict. Um, and but I'm really not great at converting just strangers from the open house into clients. So, but some people are. So if you are, go find builders that you can partner with and sit there all day and work. And why not? What's the worst that's going to happen? You know. Hi, Arlene. Do you have anything you want to add about open houses?
Hi, how are you? I've gotten better at the open houses only because I have the system now in place that once I capture their information, it automatically sends them a follow-up. And then I have the next day, it's like 22 hours late, or no, it's 26 hours later, another email goes out directly for them. And that's been helping me. But I do find it fun to have conversations with people when they come in, which I don't know how I was able to make that switch, but it used to bother me, and then now I just make it more of a game. So it's been working. But so many agents, I mean, so many people come in, they already have agents,
Yeah.
whether they do or not. But I have been able to convert people, and I do like it, but the conversion rate is, low because everybody seems to have an agent already because of the buyer agency agreement. So,
Yeah,
but
we see that in my market a lot too.
yeah.
Maybe I'm just going to guess here. I would say maybe 10% of buyers who come through or less don't have their own agent already.
Exactly.
I did build great rapport with this one couple a couple weeks ago, and they said they were adamant they don't want a buyer's agent. And but they did
How
say
do
after my follow-up, they said, if we change our mind, we're hiring you. I said, okay, fair.
Exactly. And I take that as a win.
That's a
That's
win. Yeah, that's
a
a
win.
win.
That's a win.
That So very, very short chapter. Not a lot to say on this, but um, we can, well, what do you guys think? Do we want to roll into the next chapter now? Or do we want to save that for next week? The next chapter is managing communication and expectations with your clients. So, i.e., not being available 24 hours a day, not responding to texts too late or too early, that sort of thing. We have 13 minutes, so you tell me, do we want to dive into this topic? Do we want to table it for next week? Do we have more to say on open houses?
I
I'm
think
fine either way. I'm fine either way. I know I jumped on late, so
It's all good.
I'm
what
landing on the let's do it next time.
All right, let's do it next time. But before we hop off, Sharon, would you just share your big win about your client that you've kept in touch with for how many years?
14 or 15.
15 years.
Sure. So I was talking to Ashley before we she started recording the call, and I'm showing a condo to this buyer who came to me, I'm pretty sure through our website way back when, like I said, 14 or 15 years ago. And I put him on a drip. I put him on 33 touch, and at some point that kind of fell by the wayside, I think when we switched to command. And then but I've had him on a listing alert out of our MLS the whole time. And so he actually reached out to me. I kept meaning to reach out to him, and I didn't. And suddenly he reached out to me sometime last year. We updated his search criteria because obviously that will have changed over over time. And so we've been in a little closer touch. And he actually reached out to me about seeing this condo a couple months ago, and there was a guest at the time that he was going to be in this area, so it didn't happen. But I think it went under contract and came back on the market. Anyway, he got an alert about it again and reached out to me, so I'm actually going to show it to him on Monday.
I love it. That's such a great
So
story. Thank you for sharing. 15 years.
it's worth keeping in touch.
Yeah, seriously. And the leverage of having MLS do all the heavy lifting for you. Yes, it would be ideal to check in personally as well. We're lucky that no one else swooped in the meantime, but he was still hearing from you. It was just through a different system. So I love it. Great job.
I think that's great. Fantastic.
And you must have made a great first impression too, back in the day. All right. See you next week. I'll be here, same time. We'll
Okay.
talk about communication. Don't answer your phone at midnight. Don't respond to texts. Just preview for next week. All right. Bye, everyone.
Thanks so much. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. You too.
Bye.